Hi, this is 365801 and this is a 2022 BL Year in Review video where I look specifically at my DNFs of the year. Now, I say my DNFs of the year, but there are certainly some that I didn't actually put down, so I don't have a record of. I have a habit of recording things when I finish them rather than when I start them, and so we're just going to go through some of them anyway. The first one is one that I'm not ashamed to put on my DNF, and I'm not ashamed that I did not finish it, because what I did read I enjoyed, and that is 100 Boyfriends by Brontes Purnell. This was a library book that I got, and it's full of short stories about gay men's experience, and some of the stories were very hard-hitting and quite difficult to read, and some of them were really profound and emotionally affecting, and I did enjoy what I read. I picked and chose certain stories. I didn't get the whole book finished before I had to take it back to the library, but I did enjoy it, and I do recommend if anyone is interested in specifically gay men's experience and not necessarily, you know, a romantic view of what it's like, and there are issues with selling sex and HIV and safe sex and unsafe sex and things like that that might be a little bit difficult. It certainly was for me. Yeah, it does say gay dysfunction, and it's a little bit like that, but I do think it was very beautifully written, and there will be a short story in there that I will probably always remember, and it's about inheriting your father's coats and going down and collecting your inheritance and stopping off in a church. And the moment when the main character in that story, who's telling it, the narrator, turns to his partner at that point in time, who is a white man, and he cannot remember his name for that brief moment, and it just showed the power and impact of grief for a brief moment. And I do think that having read a few stories on grief at that time, it was quite powerful. Now on to a story that I 100% DNF'd because I had had enough, and that is Caged by Bay Deckard. This is Love and Treachery on the High Seas, and I was listening to an audiobook version of this because it was narrated by Michael Furiolo, and I love Michael Furiolo. I was like, great, and it was one of his earlier narrations, and so I was quite happy to do a little bit of early Michael Furiolo, a bit of pirate fun, and it kind of did start off quite fun, and it got quite annoying quite soon, and a bit dark and a bit darker and a bit like, oof, this is not going to go in a good way. And also, it just made me feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure why exactly, but yeah. I kind of got to a certain point in the story. If you've read it, you'll know that, well, you won't know, because I'm not going to describe it, but it kind of got to a certain point where something had been done to the main character, and there had been some sense of betrayal by a secondary character, and the main love interest, this captain of the pirate ship, would probably have done something to that secondary character, who was like a jealous secondary character. I don't know if it was going to end up with the three of them in a polyamorous situation or not, but I was not there for any of the negativity that seemed like it was going there. It was just like, no, I'd had enough. I'd had enough. And I was like, there's not enough hours in the day for something that's not making me feel good, and I'm not enjoying myself, and so unfortunately, Caged was DNF'd. That's just how it is. The next one I'm going to talk about is Fated, Wolf and the Hare. This is by Hawk Oakley. This, oh my god, was just terrible. I don't want to be awful and mean about these stories, but oh my god, I was like, let's just have some fun, let's just have some shifter stories, let's just have something in the background, and it was like, what I could not. I could not. And this was supposed to be book one, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused here. And I don't think I need to be, because nothing's really going on. It's just, I could not gel with the writing style at all. And the story just seemed really dull and also completely insane. So, yeah, I don't know if you've read it and you enjoyed it, but I got to a certain point, and I don't think I was that far in, but I was like, no, this is trash, but not in a good way. Like, I know I am, you know, trash for certain things, and I am very much a raccoon trash, you know, dumpster diving raccoon in there. Give me all that trash. Love it. No, this was not that trash. It's not, no. It's just not for me. So yeah, this was one that I'm quite happy I DNF'd, but I'm sad I even started it, to be honest, which is a shame. The next ones I'm going to talk about, and I've only got 4 to talk about, because I really did not keep a track of my DNFs, might be a little bit surprising, and that's a Saxon James. I know, budding attraction. I had to go back into my Kindle to check. Did I finish this? Because it's not coming up as finished, but I finished it, right? No, I just forgot about it. And I'm like 50% or something. Or maybe even just 25%. I'm a certain percentage of the way through. And I have no idea. Yeah, no. I don't know why I didn't finish it. No idea. And it was about it's the 3rd book in the Divorced Men's Club series. So I was really excited about it. It's about a guy who works in a flower shop. Yeah, I was excited. And I haven't finished it. It only came out on the 16th of November. So it's one of those later ones. But I have no idea why I have not finished it. Like, I started it. I was enjoying myself. Yeah, Ford and Orson. They seemed like great couple, but I can't believe I got like 50% of the way through and I just have not completed it. So that might be something I need to do. It's on my list now, unfortunately. It's a bit silly of me to just forget, especially because I enjoy Saxon James's writing, Eden Finlay, the two of them. Love it. But obviously, I do have to say, I read the rest of the Divorced Men's Club books earlier in 2022, and I found them enjoyable enough, but they weren't the most engaging, and so I think Budding Attraction has been the casualty of that, which seems unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, oops, did not finish a Saxon James. How surprising is that? But yeah, like I said, it's a November read. I will get to it at some point. The other one that's a surprise is a Lily Morton book. What? I know. This one came out in October, October 11th, and that is Short Stack 2. This is where she takes all of her short stories and she puts them together in a sort of bind up. And I have read most of these short stories already because they are all to do with her previously released works, and so she posts them up on her website or on Facebook, on her Snark Squad, or on a special newsletter. She might send something out. So a lot of these stories I'd already read, but she will include a couple of new ones. So honestly, it would have taken me maybe half an hour, maybe an hour tops, to read the extra stories in here. And then I would have just been like, yeah, I've read the whole book, because I know I've already read the other stories. I read those stories already. So it would have just get put down as another book. And it would have taken me like an hour. And I started and I did not finish. And the reason I did not finish is because I completely forgot about it. Whoops again. That feels bad that my DNFs are because I just forgot I was reading something. But then I think about how the fact that I read over 400 books, and I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough. Especially because at the end of the year I was like, okay, 420, oh, 423, oh, no, 426, oh, no, I think it's 429 at the moment. I keep remembering, oh, like I read that. Didn't I read that? I did, and then I have to go back and change. So yeah, 429 I think is the moment. And it would have been 430 if I had got up off my ass and read this for 1 hour. Okay, the next two are ones I did not forget about, but I kind of just dropped them because I was not feeling it. And I had to go in today and just be like, how far did I get? So I went on my Kindle app and was like, how far did I get with this? Number 5, The Glow Up by A.M. Johnson in the Franklin University series. I did not get very far on this. I think I got... Oh no, I did. I got very far in this one. It's the other one I didn't. Oh, again, well, I spoiled it now, but there you go. How far did I get with this? Over 50%. Maybe 75? Something like that. Quite a ways in to The Glow Up. This was... I even need to like check because I'm trying to remember. Chris and Aiden. No, it does not ring a bell. Who are you? Sorry for that man. I do not know him. Oh god. Which one is this one? Like all of the Franklin... I'm gonna have to say the Franklin University series was not my favourite this year. So yeah, The Glow Up. Oh, that's right. He was trying to make him better. Oh god. Yeah, no, I was not feeling this at all. I have things to say about the Franklin University series. This might be the time to say them, or it might be when I'm talking about other books. But this particular one I did not like. Also, the formatting I did not like. Did not care for. Sorry. And then that meant that Making Waves by Christina Lee, which was the 7th book in the series, which was about Alex and Remy, and I also just could not get into it. And I was about 22 or 25% of the way into Making Waves. Nope. Just yeah, I could not get into it, which is weird. Like I was reading the rest of them. So I have these two to read for the Franklin University series to have the complete series, and yet I could not bring myself to read them. But I'm looking at the amounts, like 3.89, 4.01, which compared to the other ones is maybe not as good, because Saxon James and Eden Finlay's ones are probably well over the 4. So yeah. Unfortunately, these are my DNFs. Some of them are DNFs because I forgot about them. Some of them are DNFs because they were trash and I did not enjoy myself. And 2 of them, these ones at the end, are ones I was really desperately trying to push my way through. And I was just like, why are you doing this to yourself? You're not having a good time. Stop it. So I just, there was other things I wanted to read. I'd have rather had a reread, and that's sad. So yeah, it's not very many. Hopefully this isn't too long, maybe 50 minutes. Good, this video is not too long. But yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 DNFs for this, for this year that I can remember starting. And I think the one that I would recommend for anyone who's interested in LGBT queer stories that are own voices, that's poetic, is 100 Boyfriends. And the rest of them, I'm so sorry. Like Lily Morton and Saxon James, can you believe it? No, but I totally forgot about them. So they were on my currently reading, and it wasn't until the end of the year I was like, I finished them, right? And then I went in and I was like, no, you just forgot. So yeah, I hope you found this interesting. These are my DNFs. I'm going to try and do overhyped, surprising, disappointing, worst, and best. But we will see if those videos get done. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this. I'm 365801 and I make videos about BL, manga, yaoi, meme, romance, and all that good stuff. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, all those great things. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye!